Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful.
Holy shit, I have been talking to myself this whole time. Okay. A protected atmosphere, and this does a third tier world unlikely to be terraformed. I was saying that one. In the previous planet, I don't understand why the Reapers don't just blast them all. 7 million is not that much people compared to the billions in other places. And I also said that they were putting a lot of effort in these planets. Good descriptions overall. Okay. After half the crew of a Sorbic ship died in a freak accident, the ship captain named this desert planet Kral after an ancient Asari demon of misfortune. Krala is said to delight in thwarting carefully laid plans at the last moment, tipping apparent success toward utter disaster. The legend says she only targets those whose plans are long in the making, an obvious warning against furies from a race whose plans tend to stretch over centuries. It's time to...
Signal confirmed.
Yeah, that was stupid of me. I didn't realize. I was talking to myself. That was funny. Okay, where is it? Asari research ships.
Evasion successful.
Next. Holy shit, that's far away. The Asari were pretty unlucky, weren't they? All this just in their corner of a space. Okay. Nausea. Scans show little of value on nausea aside from sizable copper deposits near the equator. The only landmark note is the wreck of a Krogan freighter, a remnant of the attacks on the system during the latter half of the Krogan rebellions. Illness. The once rich thorium reserves of Illness have long been mined out, mostly by remote Asari drones that operate well enough in the planet's heat and trace atmospheric pressure. There is little reason to visit this harsh world unless further deposits are discovered, which I guess won't be happening anytime soon. Sildium, the hydrohelium gas giant, once provided fuel for ships flying around to and from Sunbees. The equipment here was noted for its efficiency. Business flourished in the orbital stations, which promised roomy bunks, hydroponic food, and attention to charming Asari hostesses while ships refilled. These stations are not blasted metal. There is no fuel, aid, or comfort here. Just repair. Repair, what is the word? Hospitality. The hospital nitrogen oxide atmosphere, temperate climate, and a sprawling wilderness of zombies made the planet a popular tourist destination. Large tracts of untamed forest surrounding the capital drew in millions of sightseers, game hunters, and biologists. The Asari, mindful of how rapid expansion has damaged the ecologies of other planets, restricted settlements. After destroying the colony's navy anti-air defenses, Reapers landed infantry units to subjugate the local population. Destroyers deep watch in orbit. The capital ships apparently elsewhere fighting the battles. Okay. Almost a billion. That's a sizable population. Tricalon is a small rock planet that was home to a centuries-old Asari venture called the City Super Collider. This massive particle accelerator encircled the entire planet at an orbital distance. When the political sea change among the Asari republics led to funding cuts, human scientists stepped in with the grades and labor to finish the project. They made it Suskind Super Collider. It became online just days before the Reapers invaded the galaxy. When the Reapers entered the system, they dispatched a swarm of capital ships toward Trikalon, treating the supercollector as a great threat to than the Asari naval fleet stationed at the zombies. They blasted it apart, sending debris hurling to Kikalon's surface. Several ships carrying supercollider staff escaped before the Reapers hit. So Reapers are afraid of scientific progress. Okay. No wonder. Well, apparently not everyone escaped. Oh, right. Give me the fuel! No!
Reapers.
Okay, there you go. The Reapers are closer than me. Now they will catch my fucking ass.
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay, 500! That was a good payday. So long, Reapers! Okay. Second to last. Burn you. Polisa is a ring gas giant composed of hydrogen, helium, and traces of ammonia. It has 26 moons, but the Asari extracted the most valuable resource deposits from all of them long ago. The facilities have largely been forgotten in the face of greater excitement among the system's inner planets, I mean. Trihogenit. Trito, let's call it. The Asari have set up research stations on the planet's moon of Trito, a gas giant, in order to observe the eventual collision of Pothares and Sothera. A Reaper troop transport can be seen here, indicating that the Reaper sent a small force to capture or kill the station's staff. Why they did not destroy the station outright is a mystery. It could be that the direct collision of two planets is so rare that even the Reapers wish to observe the results. Maybe. Holy shit, they are in the same orbit. Okay. Noti is a rocky planet that's crushing atmosphere. Thick clouds have created a runaway greenhouse effect, locking in brutal heat from its yellow-white star Bernio. Much of the Noti's surface is brittle rock and with deposits of molten metal. At least one of these seems like a garden world. Within 3 years, Pothares will slam into a neighboring planet, Sothera, and suffer an apocalyptic transformation. Asari explorers searching for life in Pothares' hydrocarbon morass were relieved to find none. Probave's methane-ethane atmosphere is likely to ignite when it mingles with Sothera's oxygen, and both planets will shatter until the force of destruction. Sothera's atmosphere remains a modest amount of oxygen, but it's too hot to support life that relies on liquid water. This is fortunate because projections show that Sothera will collide with Probaves, a planet crossing its orbit, within the next 3 years. The impact is expected to pulverize both worlds while forming new asteroids and moons. The Asari have constructed research stations at safe distances to record this rare event. Okay, that was unfortunate.
Signal confirmed.
I would have bet it was the other planet, the one with the stations. Intact stations, but what do you know? Not everything as such it seems. Hesperia period statue. Okay. Where is the fuel? Holy shit. There it is.
Reapers eluded.
Give me the fuel. 400. Well, that was good. And now we go to the main. Yeah.
Faster than light jump successful.
The main cluster. Barniza. Well, let's see what it holds for us. A lot of planets. Janiri. It's a hydrogen helium gas giant named for an ancient Asari goddess of seasons, storms, and agriculture. With the advent of the Asari religion, Janiri's holy day, Janiris, became largely secular, but it is still celebrated on worlds with Asari influence. During the Reaper attack on Thesia, the Asari Armada used Janiri as a staging base for their hit-and-run attacks on the invading Reapers, striking, jumping to FTL to lose pursuers, and discharging the static into Janiri's magnetic field as they prepared for another attack. This forced the Reapers to mount a counter-offensive to drive the Asari away from the planet, using ships that would otherwise have been hammering Thesia itself. Piares. The lifeless sister to Thesia lacks water or oxygen. It's covered instead with deserts, the air, a mix of carbon dioxide and ethane. The manageable temperatures and gravity on Piares led to heavy exploitation from mineral wealth in the beginning of the Asari space age. Today, Piares is largely mined out. Piares is named for an ancient Asari goddess of death, who was not seen as a malefic figure, but as one who guided Asari spirits on their final journey. From her home in the stars, she could grant an Asari who had lost a lover the ability to restore them to life in another body. This legend, heavily modified, formed the basis for a recent high profitable human system called Nekia Corridor. Okay. Seems Steam or Seems Steam, whatever. The Reapers target areas from orbit, its population too small to their harvesting. Wreckage of the old domed cities and spaceports dot the landscape. Corinth. Then Thesia is the one there. Warped in a crushing haze of hydrogen and methane, Corinth is named for an Asari goddess of war and hunting, the two being similar in Asari mindset. The planet is particularly bright in Thesia's morning and evening skies, enough to cast noticeable shadows on moonless nights. Understandably, warriors and hunters operating at night were grateful for Torrent's blessing. The planet was never heavily exploited for minerals. Early Asari explorers focused on asteroid belt, and by the time raw mining machines were created that could withstand the intense heat, more lucrative planets were already on the star charts. Modern charts record several scientific stations orbiting the planet, but it appears that all have been destroyed by the Reapers. Let's go to Thesia. The Asari homeworld has been called the crown jewel of the galaxy, the apex of democracy, the beating heart of galactic love at last. Its republics have a remarkably low incidence of war, disease, violent crime, or famine, riding a stable economy backed by wealthy colonies, and Thesia's vast element zero reserves. The traces of Iso in the water and soil are so common that most life on Thesia has adapted to its presence. Thesia's fortune have been upended by the Reaper assault. The communications infrastructure that forms the backbone of the society e-democracies has been eliminated. Millions are without power, water, or food, and moved to coerce the Asari into widespread surrender. This is necessary part of the Reaper strategy, since husks alone have difficulty serving or capturing a population full of biotics. So, yeah. 5.5 billion. and 33,000 in orbit. Yeah, they are already soft. Just make them surrender. That's the Reaper mindset. Asami is a hydrohelium gas giant with spectacular rings. The planet's apparent magnitude varies when seen from Thesias based on atmospheric conditions and relative distance. To the ancient Asari, the mysterious star that shone in some months and disappeared in others was likened to fortune, and so it was named Athame, after the matriarch of the pantheon and goddess of prophecy and fate. Athame's worship changed over time, eventually becoming the basis of a monotheistic religion in which her maiden, matron, and major aspects oversaw all stages and roles of Asari society. When an Asari says by the goddess, they are referring to Athame. Like Yadiri, the planet Athani served as a rally point during the Reaper's invasion, when the Asari fleet ships could discharge their drive cores so they could make another FTL jump. The Reapers were forced to chase Asari away from the planet, buying Thesia valuable time. To what? To get destroyed, I guess. Thebura. The Ura is a hydrohelium methane ice giant with a core of frozen ammonia and traces of hydrocarbons. The world is named for an Asari goddess of love, sex, trouble, and law. Well, you don't mix those. You do mix love, sex, and trouble, but law? That's a strange addition there. Yeah, I agree with that part. Spheres of influence whose overlap initially baffled human xenoanthropologists. It baffles me at least. As our reproductive instincts are strongly exogamous, and before alien contact, their instincts sent the Asari roaming outside their kingship groups to avoid mating with relatives. The journeys necessitated a system of rules governing guests, fugitives, and alliances, all watched over by the goddess Tebura. Okay, I understand. The Reapers have ignored the Ura so far, its science stations and moon-based mining equipment offering little strategic importance. It's likely that a destroyer will eventually be sent to exterminate the civilians. And so, we start scanning. Okay. Apparently the Reapers don't mind. And neither do I. Fucking thing. It's a huge...
I found something.
Okay. A huge system. Holy crap. Yeah, law governing sex is usually law restricting sex. That's how things work. Law does not encourage it or really try to regulate it. It tries to ban it outright in most cases. There you go, we have done it. The Valhallan threshold. That sounds very familiar to me. Let's go anyway. Yeah, that sounds very familiar.